I wasn't okay turning 40. I've been trying to find that next mission. I saw the Husky Ultra. That lit a little bit of a fire. I signed up. 40 years old with a very broken body, I was able to achieve a double Ironman event.
Hey girlies.
Hi.
How's our girl? Got your nutrition sorted for today and stuff?
Yeah. Got a lot of little pancakes ready to go.
The road's narrow and stuff, but
Morning.
how are your shoulders and
Sore.
and then it's like you do. If they gave us 14 hours, that'll be a bit better. Because there's no. When I took the wrong turn.
I took the wrong turn.
Did you do that as well?
Yep.
And
I was looking at the GPS and it was telling me to go left, and I'm like, no, I've been told not to go onto the Princess Highway, but it was just the sign indicating the Princess Highway is to the left.
We were coming, and she's already coming back, and we're like, how are you feeling? Fresh?
Good? I'm not too bad.
Yeah.
It's just concerning. I did, but I am very much in the red,
Yeah.
and very much, like, even though I slept, it was not enough.
can we come?
How did I do this yesterday with the...
You went to the Element?
Dave, Megs, and Shana.
The liner?
No, it's too dark. I gave them to Jules, so she's going to be boss bitch.
Yeah, Meg. Okay, Meg. Have fun. Get it.
Day 2, we actually started out just outside of HMAS Albatross, and it's on Braidwood Road. So again, they had set up the big tent, the big inflatable that was for the bike start. We had all the tents there as well, and they did a rolling start. So the rolling start was based on how you went the day before. I was second to last, so that was my rolling start there. That first 30 kilometers, right? So we come out, we didn't go to the right on Braidwood Road, we went left and followed that down. Don't get me wrong, it was stunning. It was actually a really, really beautiful ride, and especially that early in the morning, like the sun was rising, it was actually really nice and warm, so there was a lot of positives. The negatives was the fact that I knew that I was coming down hills that I was like, I'm gonna have to go back up these, and that terrified me because on the way back up, I saw gradients on my bike computer that I have never seen before. I've always stuck around like the green, the orange, right? But this is like red, deep red. Like, I'm not gonna lie, probably was a black one there. That's a lie, but it was just intense. It was just intense. And I was also doing it on my TT bike as well. The night before, the guys were sort of talking, saying, do we ride it on just on our roadies or on our TT? But I was like, no, I spent a lot of money on this TT bike, so I'm going to stay on this TT bike. So yeah, that first 30 kilometers, I think it took me almost 2.5 hours just to do that first 30, which is mind-boggling, right? Then we come back, we get onto Braidwood Road, we go past the airfield, and again, I am so thankful that I did not do what the guys did the night before. They went and actually did a recce of the course. I am so glad that I didn't, because mentally, just like the night before, where I'm panicking about starting the Husky Ultra and diving into the water, I would not have slept, because it would have been that same sort of feeling, because I knew what was coming up. So, getting on Braidwood Road, it was a 35-kilometre straight up. It was just a continuous gradual climb as you're going up and up and up. And our turnaround was the waterfall lookout, which is quite interesting. Like, you go up a bit of a hill and then you see it and you go into it, which is really good. But then the 35 kilometres coming back down Braidwood Road, you are flying. You are doing, I think I clocked up to like 55 kilometres at one point. You are flying, but again, it's not a closed road, so you are flying down this mountain with caravans, trucks, buses, cars, doing 100 and something kilometres going past you.
Yeah, Megs.
The 35 kilometres coming back, you're flying and you're loving life, but you're also noting that you're going to have to turn around and go straight back up. But the cool thing is, coming into the turnaround point where we have all our kits of the blow-up bike start thing and all that, the kids from the local school lined up, and like as I came in, I did a turnaround and I spoke to the race director quickly, and they all gave me high fives and going out. I'm pretty sure one kid tried to like high five me so hard that I would fall off the bike. But I came out and met up with Amanda and Jules, and my back was just in so much pain that I had to lay down on the ground just to give it some relief, right? But then jumped back on and headed straight back out and finished up the 180 kilometres. It took me 7 hours 20 to do that. So it was a very, very intense day on the road. But got back to the Airbnb and went straight back into recovery. So showered, got into the recovery boots, tried to consume some food, and did that.
Okay, what are you most proud of?
I cannot believe that in 2 days I have swum 5.7 kilometres, and what's the count again? And I've done 217 kilometres on the bike with little to no sleep. I am so proud. So proud. Like, that whole ride, I am so glad we didn't go do a recce, because that would have terrified me. That would have terrified me.
Well, this is just blind.
Yeah. And sometimes it's just better doing it blind. But no, I'm very proud of
Pretty
myself.
though. That first ride was very pretty.
It was really interesting on the way back because my Wahoo, once I did the turnaround, I was blind. It didn't show me the distance anymore and like that. And so I was like, just get to Turpentine Road. I was like, I think it's about 12 k's from Turpentine. I was wrong. It was more like 20. And then on the way back, I was like, where is that airfield? It has to be here somewhere. And then I saw that little triangle thing at the front of HMS Albatross. And I'm like, I know it's 4.2 k's because I looked at my Garmin when I said that. I was like, yes. So nutrition-wise, I think I was really spot on today. Like spot on. Because when I did Port Macquarie, I did 7 hours and 10 minutes and I felt lousy coming back in. I'm not saying that I could go do that again, but I don't feel as bad. So I think nutrition-wise, spot on with getting off the bike as well at the stations with you guys, and then eating actual food, like the pikelets, that was a briller. The sandwich, that was brill. Having those Cokes right towards the end, that got me there. Yeah. I think it's done now, yeah? Can I get out?
You're at 6 minutes.
Okay.
Oh, she's frozen.
The next day was a rest day, so that was always in the back of my head that if I could just get through that bike, then I get to rest up the next day. And the rest day was so welcomed and at the same time so thankful because it rained, like it bucketed down on the on the Friday. And in my head I was like, thank God I wasn't out on the bike. Well, thank God I wasn't in the swim. We headed into Huskisson. The race director actually put on a private breakfast event for all the athletes and support crew with that. And they had a host come in, or a special host, or a special guest speaker, sorry. And he has won a fair few Ironmans. His name's Crawley. He was a pretty nice guy. And so he gave us a little bit of like words of inspiration, also said that he wouldn't do something stupid like we're doing, which is pretty funny, coming from an elite pro athlete, that he wouldn't even try or attempt to do what we're doing. And then we just had breakfast, spoke about the 2 days before, and then headed back to the Airbnb. And again, started up that carb loading, did not enjoy it. Started doing some mobility, stretching, getting ready for the next day.
A lot of you will start either side at the same time.
Let's go. Go, Megs.
Let's go, James!
Go, James! Yeah, you did! Oh, you smiling. Megs is happy.
Oh yeah, look at her go. Look at her go.
Okay, you are right.
See me on the road, I'm doing the fucking work. I was like, I could have fucking done Matthew Flinders in my fucking sleep comparatively to this one.
Is that it here?
What?
Oh, too early.
Twist my wrist.
I'm amazing. That road is epic.
This is the hardest fucking 180 kilometers I can't even conceive on how fucking hard
The
this.
hardest road.
When am I going to get reprieved? When am I going to fucking go down?
Yeah.
What's that stupid run that you made me do? seated surf.
Oh, really?
It feels like seated surf. It's just continuously going the fuck up. I was doing that and I was riding, and the lady pulled up alongside me and she's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, just going out for a ride today." And she looks like, "You look very comfortable." I'm like, "Yeah."
Not at all. What was the hardest part?